From their mystical stage performances to hidden messages in their lyrics, these musicians have pledged their allegiance to the devil. Here are 20 Nigerian Afrobeats musicians who have sold their soul for money and fame in 2025. Starting the list at number 20 is one of the youngest stars in the industry who has also raised concern over his current allegiance. Khaid signed under the Neville Records under the management of skit maker and Instagram comedian Sidney Talker. He was born Sulaiman Shekoni Abiola in Lagos State, where he was raised and still currently resides. Growing up in hardship alongside 7 other siblings, Khaid found music and used it as a getaway, but grew to love music and wanted to make it his career path. So he started small, performing in his area and even dancing, which he got major recognition for. Eventually noticed by famous comedian Sidney Talker, who signed him under his brand new record label at the time and started releasing the boy to the streets of music. He made his first track, which became a hit, and went on to doing others. But all of a sudden, things changed. He went quiet for a while, which was later disclosed was because he was in a hospital in a serious condition. Yet, after he came back, it was like a new Khaid was born. First, it was the revelation of his new grills, which had vampire fangs and the 444 written on them. Then in a song, he kept chanting, "I don't want to die." And even his collaboration with Olamide, who is said to have sold his soul as well. All these made fans conclude he has sold his soul, and a video of him being burnt by a crucifix and a falling into fire, where he appeared to be screaming, further confirmed their suspicion. Netizens believe the young star Khaid has sold his soul, also judging from his new dark pattern of music, which has drifted away from the lover boy songs of Jolie and Annabella. But it raised another question towards his producer Sidney Talker, who promotes a rather religious life in his own page. Was he just disguising since his prodigy has shook hands with the devil? Next on the list of questionable fame is Rema. His current demonic theme in most of his videos and highly unapologetic use of demonic figures has also put fear in the hearts of fans about the artist. It is true he grew up in hardship after the demise of his father, which was one of the motivators for his hunger for fame and success, and ultimately enough reason for the Edo boy to want to maybe sell his soul. So when he transformed from doing danceable Afro tracks such as Dumebi, Amen, Iron Man, from his innocent beginnings to the now demonically themed Ozeba, Hehehe, Azaman, and the likes, he depicts a rather dark atmosphere with heavy devilish imagery, not even hidden at all, but open to announce his chosen side. When one of his albums that shows a church upside down and on fire with skeletons dancing around and throwing money, rumors started circulating, and fans called out the artist for selling his soul, which he obviously denied. But many questioned why his so-called artistry keeps surrounding satanic themes when he has a broad area to work with. Many also complained that even in his stage performances, he made sure to bring the same atmosphere. At one of his performances, Rema was seen riding a black horse with red fire, and fans present at that concert also admitted to experiencing a rather uncomfortable atmosphere that felt too dark and unholy, which is contrary to Rema's upbringing. Although he has had his rough childhood, Rema actually used to sing in church. In fact, his stage name Rema was derived from the Greek meaning word for the spoken word. But of course, when the singer was asked about it, he denied all claims. But nobody expects a thief to proudly declare themselves as a thief. The artist in a new interview claimed the ridiculous thing he heard about himself online was he was worshipping the devil, and his new style was just derived from the Benin African culture. But even his Benin compatriots have raised an eye to these claims. At number 18 is the self-proclaimed 001 of the industry. He's the son of the famous billionaire Adedeji Adeleke, who despite his father's wealth, made a name for himself in the industry. He rose to prominence after dropping out of the university to pursue a musical career. His seemingly unwise decision actually proved successful when he became a prominent musician after the release of his first song, Dami Duro, and the second, Omo Baba Olowo, the later name which he still maintains as OBO. Despite his family fortune, which can easily be said to have influenced his successful career, certain things about the musician's fame were highly questionable, and media detectives and fans have assigned themselves to the task of finding out what. Situations surrounding him, like the death of several people close to him and the unfortunate demise of his son Ifeanyi, who died in a similar way with D'banj's son, the same D'banj rumored to be the Illuminati godfather here in Nigeria. These unfortunate events became a speculation among fans, who rumored that the renowned artist might have dipped his hand in certain devilish activities which caused the death of those people around him. An article also suggested that the singer might have used them to achieve his level of fame, and one shocking thing was how they were all said to have died on a Tuesday, leaving fans with the question, was it all worth it? Next is the king of the Malians, Aziz Adesina Fashola, better known as Naira Marley. Despite his street attitude, Naira Marley grew up in a privileged background, having moved to the UK at the age of 11 and earning all his certificates, including the reputable degree in business at the Peckham Academy, and he also added business law to his qualifications. While he was younger, he had intended to become an MC, but things happened differently. The MC wants to be starting his career as a rapper, and realizing his new passion in music, he released his first Marijuana, and later on he was discovered by a major industry mogul, Olamide, who featured in his hit track Is a Goal, a song that was most loved by ball lovers to the point of a remix which added other industry faves, and he became a musical sensation. But Naira Marley's path wasn't clean. He went from being in trouble with the law over alleged internet frauding schemes, and his then controversial song Am I a Yahoo Boy wasn't helping his case, but he was later let go on bail. However, the darker side of him was revealed after the death of one of the people under his label, Mohbad, whom it has been said was killed by Naira Marley due to their ongoing feud. married. While that allegation was still being processed, Malian DJ Splash, who was said to have run mad, spoke out saying it was in fact Naira Marley and his association who caused his mental breakdown. This led fans to suspect occultic behaviors involving the singer, also keeping in mind the context of his songs, which largely promote immorality such as drug use and other bad behaviors, and how also the artist has been pressing their Malians to sing the Malians pledge, all in a bid to draw his followers to the dark side. Next on our list is Skiibii. The famous rising Afro star has in recent times been exposed for his soul exchange propaganda. One case of this accusation was when popular influencer Nikki the Barbie called him Mayorkun and others she didn't mention of being ritualist. She relayed her story where she said she was invited to a boat party by Skiibii, who beforehand had made advances towards her as a love interest, and when she went for the party, they tried to use her for ritual. She said they forced her to take alcohol and dog poo as part of the ritual process, but failed after several attempts, even calling a native doctor to beat her and stop her while she kept praying in tongues, which apparently was affecting their work. She also stated how she's not the only girl they have tried using, but she was able to survive. Aside from her allegations, which has not been met with any direct action from any of the artists, another famous singer, Harry Song, has also come out to speak about it. He said, quote, "Skiibii insulted me and my wife, where I carry am go my wedding for worry. Insulted me and my wife, say because he don't join court, and him they do juju, and people they see them as my friends." He said this in an interview with Honest Bunch when they were talking about the alarming rate of ritualists and occultism in the entertainment industry. This 32-year-old singer, who has a huge fan base with his songs Sensima, Baddest Boy, and likes, has now made fans think twice before wishing they were like their faves. Using Soso to take his pain away at number 15 is Omahlay. This young Afrobeat artist has sparked disturbing rumors since he's coming into the industry. Responsible for some of the most sensational songs in Afrobeat, such as Holy Ghost, Soso, Bad Influence, Omahley's lyrics has given fanatic fans reasons for concern. He was born Stanley Omar Didia in Port Harcourt, where he was also raised and where he also had all his fundamental education, including his university degree. But music has always been in his blood. His grandfather was an instrumentalist and his dad played drums, so it was only natural for their musical bloodline to pass on to the next generation. But in the bid to take it to the next level, Omahlay began his career as a rapper with the stage name Lil King. Eventually, he went into songwriting and producing for other artists, but he wanted the fame for himself, so he released his first solo, Do Not Disturb, and seeing his musical fire and unique artistry, he got a record deal with Keycard for starts. And just like magic, he became one of the most prominent rising talents. Everyone loved Omahlay. He became so popular, even collaborating with international musicians such as Justin Bieber. But after a while, fans began to notice changes in the artist's music, which raised concern. His music also was the headline of conversation, many noting how the artist was kneeling in front of a masquerade in the video, which many said it was a representation of the devil, and sing Take My Pain Away, beckoning the masquerade as assumed to be Soso to take his pain. But when he was later asked who Soso was for clarity, the singer said he doesn't also know who Soso is. Maybe he's hiding something. It's no secret how other artists also display this kind of allegiance in their videos. The artist has also in an interview said he doesn't believe in religion anymore, but netizens believe a man believes in something, so what could his be? Some other graphic ritualistic art in his video further confirmed their suspicion, showing that in the bid to get more fame and more fortune, Omahlay may have sold his soul. And number 14 is Mayorkun. Adewale Mayowa Emmanuel, better known as Mayorkun, is a singer, songwriter, dancer, and pianist who started his career doing covers for Davido's The Money, which went viral and got other artists and industry producers seeking to work with him. He eventually signed under the DMW and released his first single, Eleko, but eventually left the label after releasing an album with them. He signed under the Sony Music West Africa division, an international brand whom the late Michael Jackson came out to declare is an evil company. He once held a card that wrote, Sonny Kills. Now, Mayorkun has signed under the label, leaving fans only one guess of what to expect. He was also accused by Nikki the Barbie of trying to use her for ritual alongside Skiibii, her accusation which he claimed they offered her alcohol after knowing she doesn't drink, just in a bid to do away with her for their ritual. And many fans with their keen eyes also noted how in the music video of his hit song Holy Father, which has been controversial for the content, with many calling it blasphemy. In the song, he gave a girl alcohol in a bottle, and fans remember the accusation of Nikki the Barbie, making sense of what she said. Although the artist has come out to sue Nikki the Barbie for defamation of character, many said it was all an attempt to shut her up, hoping she doesn't back down in fighting them. And number 13 is the big bird Wizkid. Now, it comes as no shock to some people that he is on this list. Certain hints show the musician gladly displayed his allegiance to the devil. For instance, in one of his music videos, Juro, where he was in a room full of candles and red clothes. Ayodeji Ibrahim Balogun, as he was born, is a singer, songwriter, and producer from Surulere, Lagos State, who came to prominence through Banky W's record label Empire Mates Entertainment with his song Holla at Your Boy, eventually releasing his debut album Superstar, which was a sensation back in the day. But the president of Starboy FC was accused severally of selling his soul to get famous. Back in 2012, the then rising star was seen displaying the symbol of the pyramid with his hands, which got the attention of fans. But without further proof of the matter, it was left behind. However, a few years later, the artist bought a goat as a pet, which didn't go unnoticed. And the goat, as we all know, is highly said said to depict the Baphomet, which is the devil. So was Wizzy speaking a language he think you might not understand? Also, a rising artist, Alo Inas, who was signed under Wizkid, accused him of having a shrine in his house where he gets confirmation before signing a new artist, further claiming that what he did before signing him, but keeping to his faith, Alo Inas left the record label. But Wizkid denied the claims as expected and said Alo Inas could not take risk. But other fans concluded that risk to be getting his hand involved in dangerous or ungodly involvement. And Wizkid's collaboration with international artists such as Beyonce and Chris Brown, who are well-known Illuminati members, further concluded their suspicions. Another soul lost to the music darkness at number 12 is Shallipopi. Crown Uzama, a proud representative of Benin Boys, proud enough to practice in the dark rituals of the state. The 24-year-old rapper-singer gained fame after the release of his song Elon Musk went viral. Many fans have noted that his songs are always surrounding immorality and Yahoo. A statement he made about music money being like ritual money in an interview hung above him like a dark shadow, and fans immediately jumped to the conclusion that their five has in fact made a confession. The singer has also made mention that he practices the Edo traditional religion, and as many have pointed out, these traditions often require sacrifice, suggesting the rapper might have paid several sacrificial debts throughout his musical journey. Now with microscopic lenses, they have also begun to find some of the slang he loves to use, as they believe it might also be in correlation with his dark alliances. Moving on to number 11, we have Olamide, who has been publicly called a ritualist by the snitch lady herself, Kemi Omololu Ololoyo, in an interview with Pulse Naija. And some of the songs the artist has released, such as Letter to Millie, Logo Benz, Ilefo Illuminati, and others. Since he has neither come out to accept or deny it with proof, Nigerians can help but suspect it to be all true. Olamide, who is a renowned singer, rapper, songwriter, and executive, has been said to have achieved all his fame and obvious fortune after making a dangerous trade with the devil. He came to prominence back in 2011 after the release of his debut album, Rhapsody. But by then, he had been rapping on the street where he grew up in Lagos. He then started his own record label, YBNL Nation, which stands for Yahoo Boy No Laptop. And judging by the stereotypical view of a Yahoo boy, they are known to do rituals so that they can become great at their scheming. And many began to wonder if he just admitted to doing ritual and shady deals to become as famous as he is. In his song Letter to Millie, where he made a statement that couldn't be more obvious, he said, quote, "I sold my soul to the game just to dine with the devil." Also in another song, Logo Benz, sung by Lil Kesh featuring Olamide, the artist said in his lyrics, "If you don't enter, I could do blood money o." And many speculated he must have already done that, considering his major growth from the once strongly boy from the streets of Lagos to now an international superstar with a successful record label and other powerful businesses he controls. Next on the list at number 10 is the famous Spider-Man, Oxlade. Ikuforiji Olaitan Abdurrahman, as he was born, was raised in Surulere and who also currently resides in Lagos. He had unfortunately lost his mom when he was just 3, and he was raised by his grandmother and father. Eventually, he dropped out of university to pursue a career in music. After his collaboration with Black Bones in Mami Water, he became popular and signed life-changing deals with top labels in the industry. He has since released hit tracks such as Ojuju, Away, Craze, Intoxicated, amongst many, songs which has backfired on the artist. His song Ojuju, which was also tagged as occultic, noting the various movements of masquerade in the video, suggesting the singer was showing how his journey has been demonically sealed. Back in 2022, his sex tape leaked and the compromising situation which gave him the name Spider-Man. But after a while, the convenient release of his sex tape seemed like a planned deal to fans and somehow in connection to his allegiance to the devil. The next at number 9 is the MTV award winner and OG in the game, Oladapo Daniel Oyebanjo. He came to prominence alongside his friend Don Jazzy, and the duo shared the record label together for a while before eventually splitting to become their own individual bosses. But in their so-called individual rise to fame, the band's part was questioned by fans and netizens who speculated that the Coco Master is one of the leaders of the Illuminati here in Nigeria. In fact, he's one of the first in Nigeria to have sold his soul for fame and fortune after a close look to the singer's quick exposure to international artists such as Dr. Dre, Kanye West, Jay-Z and the likes, who are renowned members of the cult. And his rise to becoming a billionaire was highly suspicious, and many consider his son's death to be a sacrifice, which years later, Davido's son Ifeanyi also died the same way. Many believe it is no coincidence, but a ritual among the grandmasters. At number 8, we have Damini Ebunoluwa Ogulu, professionally known as Burna Boy. He is a singer, songwriter, record producer who gained recognition for his song, Like to Party. The self-proclaimed African giant spread his wing and became one of the top widely recognized musicians in the country and abroad, even bagging for himself multiple international awards like the BET Awards, a Grammy Award, and many other notable awards. But Burna, who has been in many trouble like the alleged accusation of him being guilty of gang-related murder, has over time been suspected to have even landed himself in a bigger mess that requires his soul as the prize. Matters escalated sometime last year after, in correlation with his relationship and newly formed friendship with P. Diddy, who many, including the controversial singer Spin Darlington, speculated that the relationship may have even been intimate between P. Diddy and Burna Boy, is part of the reasons Oluwa Burna bagged the Grammy in that same year. With all the current ongoing investigations surrounding P. Diddy, he is said to be one of the big men of the Illuminati cult. Netizens can't help but wonder if he might have introduced his newly formed body into the soul exchange game. And number 7 is the man with the dragon cane, Don Jazzy, who has also been said to be drinking from the satanic well. In fact, it has has been said that Don Jazzy is the leader of the Nigerian Illuminati or cultic group. His immense amount of wealth and how most of the industry giants look up to him is enough sign for most people. Don Jazzy, who is the CEO and founder of the Maven Records label, who has signed many prominent artists such as Rema, Ayra Starr, Magix, Tiwa Savage, and others, artists who are also said to be prominent initiates of his. He came into the industry back in 2004, collaborating alongside his longtime buddy, D'banj. The duo formed More Hits Records, which was going well, but after a while, they split, and Don Jazzy formed the Maven Record label, where he assigned many of the favorite musicians in the Afrobeat industry. In one of his old songs, Durebuchi, with most of the artists under his label, hints of them being a cult organization was dropped. Dija was seen throwing double of the 666 hand symbol, which is largely associated as one of the symbols of the Illuminati cult, and Don Jazzy himself also said, "You don't say Duru bloody," implying that their path to success is rather bloody. Fans also relay his sudden association with international artists in the likes of Jazzy, Kanye West, and co, who are known as prominent members of the Illuminati group. Fans suggest that he was in fact being handed the mantle as the head of the Nigerian branch. Another artist who is said to have unfortunately signed a deal with the devil in exchange for fame and money is Tiwa Savage. Tiwa, who came to prominence after being a backup vocalist for international artists such as George Michael, Mary J. Blige, and others, but then decided to become a star herself. She was born in London and graduated from the university with a degree in business administration, but then decided to go into the music world, which eventually led to a career as a backup vocalist. But then she came back home and started her career, where she got signed under the Maven record label, and after releasing various tracks, she became instantly famous and took the industry by storm. But her sudden success got a lot of questioning, and during her live performance in 2016, she threw a pyramid sign in the air associated with the Illuminati, and fans didn't let that slide. Putting two and two together, fans suggested that she has indeed joined the cult in a bid to reach the top and stay on top, and the continuous rise in fame was as a result of her newly formed alliance with the devil. At number 5 is Dagrin. Even in the grave, memories of his past associations have left still a shocking chill of the realities of his dark life. He was named Oladapo Olaitan Olanikpekun in Ogun State, where he also grew up. Dagrin is one of the prominent singers/rappers of his time who are taking the industry by storm and carved his name on the hearts of fame. But his first album was released in 2006, and he got loads of recognition and applause afterwards. His fame grew across the country and even globally. However, after the untimely demise of the rapper in a car crash, secrets and stories of his behind the scenes shocked fans till date. Remembering a song he made where he stated, "If he died, make we no cry for him," told fans of his possible awareness of his own death. A friend to the rapper, Skiibii the Beast, also unveiled many dark secrets about the disease, claiming that the rapper, in search for fame and wealth, joined a cult masterminded by a local witch who asked for human sacrifice of his close family member, his mother, but upon refusal became her replacement. At number 4 and lonely at the top is Asake, who has multiple times discriminated against and made mockery of the Christian faith despite being a Muslim. His derogatory videos have become an eye-opener for many Nigerians who stand to believe that this artist is trying to mock God, and the only person known to hate God is the devil, further insinuating that Asake has indeed joined the dark side and is representing his father, the devil. Leaving no stone unturned when it comes to the artist, woke individuals have looked in at the sudden rise of Asake, who has been releasing music way back since 2014, but only got a massive recognition in 2022. His sudden transformation from 0 to 100 in months after signing with YBNL speak volumes of a possible sacrifice which has brought him immense popularity and wealth. One thing that sticks fans aside for his sudden rise to fame is his lyrics that have hidden messages that many often speculate are the singer's negotiations with the devil. Next on the list at number 3 is the 25-year-old one-eyed singer Ruga. Born Michael Adebayo Layinka, but professionally called Ruga, he was born and raised in Lagos State, although originally from Kogi. He came to limelight through the Prince, who also gave him the name Ruga. He released his first song, One Shirt, alongside Rema and the Prince. The song did so well, almost too good to be true, and all the following songs he released afterwards shot him through the roof. But many wonder, was it his lyrical skills or something else that keeps making him top the charts? But then all minds were shifted to a different path when a spectator speculated that the eye patch he keeps wearing, leaving one, is in correlation with the Illuminati symbol of the all-seeing eye, which is seen as most international artists known to be members of the cult doing it, where they would close one eye and announce their allegiance to the cult. And now Ruga seems to be displaying the sign with his own twist. At number 2 is Ayra Starr, the celestial being who has graced her way sadly into this list, and even her dressing style has put her on the table. Born in June 2002 as Oyikansola Sarah Aderebigbe in Cotonou and raised in Lagos, although she's originally from Kwara State, Ayra Starr has accomplished so much, including having a degree in political science at just 23. Her musical career began from her Instagram, where she posted cover songs she did, and one in particular caught the attention of one of the top producers in the country, Don Jazzy, and that was an original she made called Damage, making him sign her almost immediately, bringing her to the limelight with her first debut, Extended Play. Almost at the speed of lightning, she quickly became famous. Her fan base grew through the roof, but while she was enjoying the spotlight, others were examining her success through a micro lens, and they couldn't help notice certain things that stand out as evil, taking into consideration her style and calling it a strategy to use her sexuality and distract fans and viewers. Also from her song Bloody Samaritan, which became an instant hit, had hidden message noting how a Samaritan who in the Bible who was said to have helped a dying name is in her song Bloody. Many insist that to be a foul play and the artist may be indirectly speaking of her initiation, where she as a Samaritan has gone through a dangerous path that is suggested to have bloody. Finally, at number 1 is the young Afrobeat and R&B singer Tems. Tems, who rose to prominence after being featured on Starboy's Wizkid's single Essence. Their collaboration pushed the song to number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 and even got a remix featuring American singer Justin Bieber. She quickly got international recognition singing with other top global stars like Drake and others, who was unfortunately been tied to the Illuminati cult, leaving many to wonder about her own association. Now a multiple Grammy winner and Golden Globe Award winner, even singing for the iconic Wakanda Marvel movie, Temilade or Tems has come under harsh criticism and speculation over her sudden rise to international fame. Many believe that her sudden global awards, which other OG artists have not been able to smell, was not luck, but judging by her new association, a life gamble with the devil. And that's it, guys. That's all we have for you today on our list. May you and your family not be associated with dark forces even when you are trying to make this money. Type amen in comments to claim this and let us know any other artists that might be on this list. I'll see you guys next video.